Thank you for staying with us for the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Mayor Alan Perry, and he is here for his monthly update. And we have a lot to talk about today.
Yes, we do. It's exciting times.
It is exciting times. You just had a meeting last night that
we did.
Had a lot of speakers, you said.
Well, we did. We had a lot of a lot of input.
Yeah, a lot of
public.
input, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, and one of the good things that came out of that, the budget was finally passed, right?
Yes. So the plan was to have the budget passed last night, roughly $129 million, and it passed. So now we're looking to do a lot of great things in fiscal year 2024.
And so some of those things we're going to talk about today. Think about some resolutions that were passed. I know we want to spend. I'm going to start with the end-to-end analysis because I know you want to spend a little time on that.
Yeah, I do. It's important for the public to understand where we are with the bridge redevelopment.
Yeah.
And we received a text from the State Department of Transportation the other night stating that nothing that the town is doing or the county is doing is slowing the process up. So while we're doing an end-to-end analysis from Moss Creek down the Cross Island to Palmetto Bay and then to Whooping Crane to understand what the effects are, that's not slowing it down.
Okay.
And then the town and the county is also doing another study for them to both understand what it means. That is not slowing it down. So we want the public to understand that what we're doing is not hampering our future transportation.
Yeah, well, I think that's a very important message to get out there because there's a lot of conflicting messages going around about that.
Yeah.
So
and it is something that is needed, and time is of the essence, but we have to follow the process.
Well, and it has to be done correctly.
Yes, it does.
We can't mess this one up.
No, we can't.
There's not going to be a do-over.
No, there's not. And there are questions that have yet to be answered that we have got to have those answers before we can sign off.
For sure. And so what were some of the other things that were talked about last night?
So we passed a resolution for a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for resiliency. So we're going to hire a consultant to come in and help us evaluate what our SWOT is and how we stand with resiliency on the island from both storms, water removal, transportation, everything. So that's a real big process to go through, and we're putting about $400,000 into that, and it's a big need.
Yeah.
Some other things that we worked on was we approved the 2023-2025 strategic action plan, and that's really what drives our budget as to what do we address and what do we spend money on and how do we use our funds. So that is a big thing, and then stormwater agreements. We've got them with the major residential communities, but we pulled in Ashton, Cove, Carolina Isles, Peregrine Point, Chinaberry Ridge, and Beach City Place. So that helps us get on a track where we're addressing stormwater holistically on the island.
Yeah, which of course is very important. And here we are in hurricane season again.
That's right.
So good time to talk about it.
Yeah.
So speaking of some purchases,
you
did just recently purchase some land.
Yeah, we did. So a couple of weeks ago, we put an offer in and wrote a contract for 7 acres of land off of Bryant Park Place. And we think that that'll be utilized for some housing. We haven't fully decided on that yet, but we're not closing for another month or two on that piece of property. And then last night, we signed a contract to purchase the old Cracker Barrel site. And for those that don't know where that is, that's on Shelter Cove Lane across from the Sheriff's Department coming out, and that will be open space.
Nice.
And we will utilize that to tie into the linear park from Shelter Cove to Chaplin. So
that's fantastic.
It is fantastic, and there could have been 100 units there from a hotel standpoint. So that really eliminates a lot of traffic. So our commitment to protecting overdevelopment and not letting that happen is real.
Yeah, love that. And we have a little bit of time left, but we have to get to the ribbon cuttings for Lucky Beach and of course the bank because there was a huge announcement.
Yeah. So redevelopment, right?
Yes.
Utilizing old spaces. We've had two great recent stories. Lucky Beach and the old Carrabba's, they did a great job of renovating that place, and just it looks so fun, and it is fun.
Yeah.
Great food and great drinks, so it's a really fun place. Yesterday was also the grand opening of the beach, and I'm sorry,
bank. It's okay.
The bank.
Lucky Beach, then the bank.
The bank, and what an experience! I mean, we're talking about a 60,000 plus square foot building that's been revitalized and rejuvenated and re-energized. So that grand opening was yesterday, the ribbon cutting, and then the big surprise was $1 million donation from the Watterson brands to Mitchellville. I mean, what an amazing event.
So amazing. It still gives me goosebumps. I read about it this morning and you just said it again and it's still giving me goosebumps. So that is amazing. Thank you for sharing all of that with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks to everyone on the show today for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.